Today, Matt and I are going to be doing a used marketplace challenge where we're going to actually try to sell the PC when we're done building it.
And this time it's going to be a little bit different. Normally when you're watching a Toasty Bros video, we used our normal resources for used parts, but this time in this video, we're going to shop on Jawa for all the PC parts for this PC build and try to build the best bang for buck PC we can. To potentially build a really good price performance PC, let's not waste any more time and dive into shopping. Alright gamers, we are now on Jawa.gg, which if you guys are new, Jawa is an online marketplace where you can buy and sell full gaming PCs and PC hardware. And with the goal of this video of us building a price performance PC, going to a marketplace that is designed just for selling PC hardware should maybe yield us some decent deals, but we gotta dive into it and see exactly what they have to offer. So normally when we're planning a PC, we normally look at what first?
You know, honestly, I'm normally looking for the best deal I can find, but we don't really know just yet, so maybe we just go simple and go like
I will say, CPU could be good. One section that they do have is bundles. So people selling CPU and motherboard bundles or bundles of other stuff, which I know is our go-to method on other marketplaces.
Oh wow, right off the rip, a 12900K bundle?
So 12900K with a motherboard, that's about $429. I'm trying to think what 12900K is. Like, that's a CPU we don't really think about very much, but that would probably be like...
Probably about maybe 275.
So not an amazing deal, to be honest. We have $800 to spend on Jawa. We're not really designated to just use that money for this build. We're trying to build a good price performance PC. So even if it's a little more money, if the price performance is there, we're willing to do that and go new with certain things that we normally would recommend you go new with.
I will say that 7500X3D ASRock bundle, I wish it had RAM, because that'd be pretty good if it had RAM.
Because 290.
Which I don't think most of these are gonna have RAM. That's kind of the problem that everybody is facing.
This one's not bad.
Yeah.
It doesn't have RAM though, but it's a 7600X with a B650 motherboard.
7600Xs right now are about 180-ish. So you're kind of getting the motherboard for like $60 to $70. So it's like decent.
It's decent, so we can leave that up as an option. Okay, so a lot of these are higher end combos. This one is motherboard, CPU, and RAM. It's $429. It seems a little high because 12600K about $179. A motherboard for it, that's a full-size board that's DDR4, so that's pretty pricey.
5800X, they're kind of expensive, and they still go for like 160. 32 gigs of RAM, that's 120, so that's almost that's about 280. And then a fairly nice, B550M. Sadly, a lot of the people here, they're very smart and they're very good, versatile in the PC space. So they're really looking for other PC gamers, and so sometimes you're not gonna get the best bang for buck unless you do some deal hunting here.
I feel like this might be our best option. The biggest thing is gonna be DDR5 memory. So if we run with this, let's just go ahead and add this to cart. What are we going to end up doing for the RAM? Because that's going to...
See if they sell it.
So they have memory. So we go to components, to memory. It just depends on what we can find that's not insane.
We may be able to find someone selling a single stick. That's kind of common.
So yeah, DDR4 is an option. I mean, that's actually for if we went down another route. They have DDR4. It's just DDR5. That's not going to work for our budget. 32 gigs DDR5, $299.
Yeah, that's...
We're honestly, with the budget we have, we're gonna be looking for a single stick of DDR5. It's probably the only thing we're gonna be able to swing.
So dim. Oh, there's a Kingston.
A stick.
Yeah, that's a little bit closer to the price you're looking for.
Okay, it's just 5200 megahertz.
Which honestly, when you're already rocking a single stick, the speed doesn't matter too much.
All right, this might be your move.
Yeah.
This might be your move.
Add that to the cart, okay. Now, I think Jawa is gonna be pretty good for GPU. I know that's where we normally look for GPU, really good deals. So let's see what we can find here.
So they obviously have the GPUs that you can buy directly from sellers that you guys could list yourself. But I always like to look at the Jawa official store to see what they have. So 7600 for 210.
It's actually a pretty good price.
It's a pretty good price for that GPU.
Ooh, 2070 Super for 210?
3070, 265.
Ooh, I like the 2060 price. That's not too bad.
That is not bad. 130.
And that, honestly, almost every single one we've seen here would be a good combo with their 7600X. It's a CPU with range. You can go pretty high or pretty low with it.
3070 for 255.
It's a nice looking one too.
I wonder if we can swing that though.
I don't know.
It'd be really tough.
We could always go with one of the cheaper options, like 2060 or the 2070 first.
Let's try 2070 Super first, because this way we're going to get into DDR5. We have a competent enough GPU still for 1080p gaming, and then obviously upgrades in the future. So we'll go with this one for 210 right now and see what we're working with. This is a sealed 2.5 inch.
Oh, 2.5 inch. Okay.
I think at least. Are these 2.5 inch? But 2.5 inches. Yeah. If we're down bad, we're down bad. This one seemed okay.
Ooh, Seagate FireCrew to 520 gigs, so a little used.
Be a
1
terabyte
Gen
actually,
4.
yeah.
Could be a little bit of an older drive, but that's a risk we're always willing to take.
Ugh.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a little tough to swing there.
So I mean, I know graphics card wise, if we wanted to go lower end, we could save about $80.
Yep.
With the 2060, because we also, you know, it's not a bad idea. We are trying to flip a build
Yes,
here.
yeah.
We got to think in the mind of buyers too.
Yes.
And obviously, sometimes buyers aren't exactly looking for certain things. Like some people don't know to look for dual channel RAM, for example.
That's true.
And we know a lot of people in Jawa, they actually do flip PCs. That's what's really cool. A lot of people will go to Jawa to actually make a small living or even a side gig flipping PCs. So we got to get in those people's minds.
So do we go with the budget baller?
We could just try the SATA drive and then...
Yeah, let's try that. So somehow this person has a bunch of sealed new 2.5-inch SSDs.
I know what happened.
We know what happened.
They bought one and they got a bunch.
That's normally how that happens. All right, so we got that.
So we're pretty close to a full build now.
Because we're at CPU, motherboard,
We just
RAM,
need power
storage.
supply, case, and cooler,
Now, is our board full size? It's a micro ATX.
which is great.
Reason being, let's see if they still have this thing. Yeah, look at this guy.
Oh, LovingCool?
Look at it. It's called LovingCool,
Oh.
but it's
that's
micro
not
ATX,
LovingCool. Oh, it's LovingCool.
and it's free shipping, and it has these 3 fans
This
installed.
is just like that one freaking, the bill we have literally over there.
It does, doesn't it?
I mean, I kind of like it.
It's $49.
Free shipping's crazy. How are they making money?
I don't know. So $49, I think that would be good.
I would just add it. I
Yeah.
wouldn't even, I don't even have to think about that
Yeah.
because usually buying cases, used or new, on a used marketplace, it's never good. Usually that's a good price.
All right, let's just look at power supplies.
This could be scary.
This could be scary. Now,
Whoa, hold up. Aries game.
$19.
Wait, for 20 bucks? though?
$20 is actually not bad for an Aries game, I'll be honest with you. I'm trying to think wattage wise. Well, we're 7600X. Let's see, what do we.
7600X.
Yeah.
If we do a 20, it doesn't matter. 2070, 2060, we could get away easily with the Aries game.
One thing to mention with Jawa, and as you can see right here, this is the situation we're in right now. Shipping costs for certain items. So shipping, obviously you're gonna be spending more money on specific items through Jawa. So you gotta factor that into your budget, because right now we're actually over budget with that in mind.
But not too bad.
Not too bad. So let's go ahead and go back.
See, I'm okay with going a little over. I was
Yes.
more scared. I'm like, if we hit like $1,000, we're gonna have to sell the build for
Exactly.
like 12, which the more expensive you do when it comes to a used marketplace, the harder it is to sell that item for a good profit.
This one's
So it'd be
$11.
$30.
And then let's see what that Aries game is.
What if it's free?
But if Aries game is free, it's the same price, so it's calculated the same.
We could always get, so in terms of us selling, I think the EVGA would be an easier sell because people just see EVGA
Yes.
and a lot of people the EVGA is fond in their hearts. But in all honesty, EVGA, they did make some low tier power supplies like the BRs, the BQs, which I think this is one of those. I think it'll sell easier though than trying to market an Aries game. It's a BR.
It's a BR. All right, so what we're looking at after tax, or actually shipping, we're just factoring shipping, just a little over $100.
Not too bad.
So 7600X with the motherboard.
We're gonna need a cooler.
We're gonna need a cooler, yes. We need to find a CPU cooler.
Which technically, we could use, like it is an X, so earlier we shouldn't. I say we could use a stock cooler that we have on hand, but I'm sure we might be able to find, what is that? Sub-Zero thermal paste.
Thermal paste.
All the people selling stock coolers.
The
is so
Raid
funny.
Stealth coolers.
Wonder if maybe there would be someone selling a nice tower cooler for cheap.
Maybe 20
It'd
bucks?
make it about. I mean, hey, compared to the ones we buy new on the other sites, I mean,
This only says AM4 LGA 1200 1155. Is that a chance it wouldn't work on AM5 then?
unless they've had it for a little bit. I don't see why it wouldn't work with AM5.
Okay.
I mean, worst case, we have coolers here,
Yes.
so if we made a mistake, we don't have to like wait weeks to get a new one.
Yeah. Let's just do it.
We may not be meeting the challenge goals, but it's okay.
This is it's a loose challenge. We just want to
loose
show you guys what the build's like. But all right, so now with everything, we look about $866. So again, we're a bit over $800. But as we mentioned, we're okay spending a little bit more over that price because we're trying to get price performance here. And the build itself is very 2026. It's very Ramageddon, where we're going DDR5. We are getting in a new platform though with the upgrade path. That's what we're spending the premium for here. And we're still getting a solid enough GPU to play all the games we want to play with that 2070 Super. So we're gonna go ahead and check out, get everything ordered, and then once it shows up, we're gonna build the PC and run through some benchmarks and then talk about how we can resell this PC if you're interested.
So it hasn't been too long, but all of our parts have arrived, and the first thing that we did was unbox them and visually checked everything, because when you're buying anything used, and it doesn't matter what place you're getting it from, you should always do a visual inspection to make sure you don't need to send anything back.
So what we're gonna go ahead and do is build this PC. You guys saw all the parts we already picked out during the shopping section. We're gonna get this thing built together, and then once we have a finished product, we'll talk about the pros and cons of our all Jawa PC, and then of course dive into some benchmarks.
So we got the PC built, and I gotta say, it's looking pretty good. Even with the case being a no-name brand case, the fans look nice, the overall build aesthetic's pretty good, nice and compact, which I think is a really good selling point, because of course, we gotta sell this PC once we're done gaming on it.
Now, one thing you might have noticed during the build montage is we're using a different cooler. Unfortunately, the cooler we did buy through Jawa did not have the mounting for AM5. Not really sure why the Zalman cooler supported 1700 but not AM5. It's a little bit weird and unfortunate. We should have done our research on that cooler before we bought it, but either way, we went with this Thermalright cooler that we actually had that a viewer sent a bunch to us that is AM4, AM5 only. It is ARGB, which actually will add some value to this build, but we did get that from another place. So obviously, we did fail in the whole Jawa aspect of it because the cooler didn't end up being the right one, but either way, I still think this build looks really dang good, very compact, but we gotta show you guys the gaming performance and what it can do.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are on the Jawa PC that we built with our own bare hands, and we are playing Arc Raiders because it's an awesome game. It takes some decent graphics when you want to bump up those settings. We're at 1080p, DLSS quality, CNN model. We have low ray tracing, medium settings, so kind of trying to keep the settings a little lower, but get a little bit higher FPS. You can see we're getting kind of near high refresh rate, and we get those nice, sun rays and everything looks very nice. Is this a fellow Raider?
Fellow Raider.
Hello. But yeah, this looks really good. We were having some weird issues that we thought maybe were the SSD, but now that we're thinking about it, it almost seems like the game was just doing shaders and it just wasn't telling us because it's running fine. Yeah,
there was like a lot of stutters. Like it was an unplayable amount of stutters, and we thought it was the 2.5-inch SSD because it is a cheaper SSD. Honestly, out of all of this, that's probably the one thing, if we could, or if you're at home copying, splurge for the NVMe drive just because it will help you out a lot, especially in these games that are Unreal Engine 5 that have constant texture streaming. It will help you with the performance you're going to get. But we were getting that stutter that we seemed to alleviate it by just waiting a little while longer for shaders once we got in game, and it seems to be getting decent FPS. 2070 Super is still a pretty solid GPU.
Yeah, and I like it paired with like the newer hardware. Like I just feel like at this point, you don't have to go with like a B450, B550, like a 5500. I mean, if you're on like the tightest of budgets, you can do that. But I mean, I feel like we did pretty good considering we're on AM5, we have DDR5 RAM. Like we have a good solid upgrade path here. We're not even at the top of the ceiling either.
Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense. Maybe you'll sacrifice a little bit in the GPU department out of the gate, but not super crazy. Oh, this is
I don't have a gun.
He has no gun. Oh,
yeah, you like that?
That was light work. That was easy.
Yeah, I was like trying to switch. I'm like, where's my gun? And now I'm gonna take his body. Oh, his body disappeared.
He's gonna destroy his body.
Yoink, yoink.
Let's go.
A little battery, nice. Yeah, I mean, we're getting, you know, average of 100. That's like the perfect number right there. And you can run higher settings too. We did have it set to medium ray tracing, high settings, and minus the weird load-in thing, we're getting like close to 100 FPS still.
Yeah. And in a game like this, it's not super VRAM bound. 1440p is also an option of the 2070 Super. Definitely still very available. Just swinging around.
That's all I got. Yeah, realistically, with the 2070, you can still do 1440p in like almost every game if you're just willing to change settings and you're not like an FPS goblin.
And the ray tracing, you will need to dial down some really high ray tracing titles because it is very first-gen ray tracing.
Very first-gen. Literally first-gen.
It literally is first-gen.
Let's get out of here. Let's bounce.
Let's get here and get in a race car. All right, gamers, we are now in Forza 6, popular game right now, and we're currently running the following settings. Let's go into graphics here. Running the high preset at 1080p, and I don't believe we have any upscaling on right now, so we actually have more FPS to work with here, so that's pretty dang cool. Let's go ahead and hit page up. As you guys can already see, we are utilizing, is this an auto? Okay, I was gonna say, I thought this was an auto. Are utilizing our GPU, pretty much maxed out, 100%. CPU is getting used a good amount here. Really what I like, and kind of is a meta that's a little bit slept on, is getting an older gen GPU and get on the DDR5 platform, even though prices are really high, because you're getting that upgrade path, but you're also getting a really good CPU for these games that are very CPU bound. Even if you get like a new modern GPU, if you're having to sacrifice for like an older DDR4 CPU, you're still losing some of that GPU performance. You may not be getting a full amount of that GPU. So going this route, albeit you are sacrificing a little GPU performance, does give you good upgrade potential and the ability to crash into cars, because I'm on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah, it definitely gives you, I think it's almost just as important as a GPU upgrade.
Yes.
You can just get so much more FPS, especially like those esports. I mean, in Fortnite and like CS, it may be the difference of like 100 FPS going with like a 5500 versus the 7600X.
So it depends on what kind of gamer you are. If you are someone who's very AAA heavy, then maybe go the other route if you're just wanting that GPU performance. But if you are somebody who likes esports titles and also is interested in having an upgrade path, you do get one with DDR5. Going the single 16 gig route, because again, we're not even talking about that. We're running single channel 16 gigs DDR5. Running that with DDR4 is not going to be as enjoyable of an experience as this. It's actually running quite smooth. Deforestation. Japan's gonna come after me.
He's gonna open a data center there.
I'm gonna open a data center right there. PC Bros data center right in that corner. Just kidding, guys. Average of 98 FPS, well 99 actually, 1% low of 67. Pretty dang good in the FPS department. Where did that thing come from?
It spawned in.
Where did that come from?
6, 7,
It just went, it's gone. Looking really good. This is the kind of game, as long as you have 60 FPS, I'm pretty happy. But we have a couple more benchmarks. We got CS2 and we have 3D Mark. We'll show you guys those benchmarks as well for the more esports focus and of course our Semper Point. But then we gotta show you guys how you can actually list on Jawa. We had the challenge of building a PC only using Jawa, but if you do use local markets or new retailers or things like that, and you build good PCs that you wanna sell, we'll show you guys how you do that through the Jawa marketplace.
All right, so listing a PC is easier than you think. You just gotta do a couple of simple steps. So number one, try to have some good lighting. Obviously, you don't have to have a photo set like this, but it does help sell. And the other thing is just take the side panel off. Make sure the PC is presentable and clean. Obviously, if you have like a color scheme you can get going, that's gonna really help you sell it. But just take good photos. And it doesn't have to be the fancy DSLR. I'm just using my Google Pixel. And I'm just gonna get a few good photos, maybe one at the top to show off the ports. I'm gonna get a couple that are nice and like inside the PC. And then I always recommend getting a picture of the back as well to kind of show people like what ports it has. It's also nice because you have to answer less questions because people will message you about these things saying, what make and model is this? What type of ports does it have? Does it have USB-C? If you wanna avoid all that, just get good photos and a good description. I mean, really, hammer the description, write down all the specs, write down what the PC is good for, and just any info about it. How long have you had it? Is it freshly built? Is it really old? Does it have any problems? And then you're gonna have good luck selling. So you guys saw we just got some photos taken of the PC and we are now on Jawa. We're actually logged into our PC Bros account, which we actually have only bought stuff. We've never sold anything on here before.
So yeah, I'm excited. Let's go and get this thing listed here. So we're looking to sell, not PC parts, we're looking to sell a, I'm assuming, gaming PC. So here we go. So they have it set up very nicely.
Yeah.
Jawa is focused on PC hardware, so all the listings are going to be designed with that in mind. So for GPU, they also make you verify the parts because you're actually looking up these specific parts. 20. So I guess we have a what's the
Asus Dual.
Yeah, Asus Dual.
Let's see if it'll let us get that specific.
RTX 2070 Super. There it is.
There it is.
Asus Dual RTX 2070 Super. Processor is the Ryzen 5 7600X. HDV M.2. I see that right there. RAM, Beast DDR5. Can't find your parts. So they only have the 2 terabyte in the system. So this is one where we're going to add it ourselves.
Auto add. Because yeah, we can't, so the power supply we can't do, case we can't do, storage we can't do.
Gotcha.
So we have everything we can type in now.
Yes. So this is stuff that's auto search, and I guess we continue, it'll allow us to manually optimize. Okay, so basically I think it makes these listings for us with the specific specs, like brand name, memory, and everything. So then when we go to storage, we'll manually put this in.
You just gotta get a little more specific.
All right, motherboard's good there. Case was, the brand name was like LovingCool or something like that. Let's see.
LovingCool.
LovingCool.
LovingCool?
It was LovingCool. RGB lighting option.
We got it, baby.
We have addressable RGB in our system. We're good. Now we upload our pictures. So can we change order? So I guess they stay the same there. Oh, drag to reorder them, yes.
I love this. They give you a photo guide. They literally give you the advice that I gave you all where I said have good lighting.
Yes. All right, so we want this one. What do we want next? Or which one do you want to do?
Hero shot, maybe.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
that looks like a good order right there. And again, this is just us taking photos on a phone.
I didn't even get crazy with the photos.
You can just go very straightforward with it. Less than a year old. Here's the markdown guide. Here we go. He's gonna type the listing on this, John. Here we go.
Check it. That's all you gotta do on Jawa.
Buy this shit.
All right, and then all the specs. So normally I'm used to like Facebook where I gotta go through and type all the specs, but this one it's gonna be nice and laid out for us. That's funny. You can
link your YouTube.
Yeah, we'll put this video in there.
Yeah, there you go.
Now here is the real debate. So how much do we have into this build?
We're like a little over $800.
A little over $800. Shipping will be separate.
Separate, I believe it's auto calculated, or you basically would use my own.
Use our own.
Yes.
Because we could use Jawa's. They probably have pretty good rates.
Yes.
$25.
Yeah, $25.
We could always try to just do 800 even to start.
Yeah.
We're not trying to necessarily flip this PC. Most of you guys probably wouldn't go out of your way to just buy a ton of parts and then flip it. You would spend time gathering parts. We just bought them literally in 5 minutes. You're not going to get the best deals and make a ton of money doing that. Yes. So we're really just trying to see what is it like to buy a PC on Jawa? That went pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, now what's it like to sell it? Because we have never done it.
So yeah, we'll list it at $800, $25 for shipping. And if you're watching this video, it could still be up. It could be sold. We're actually filming this, I think about 4 or 5 days before the video goes live. So we will have the listing for this in the description down below. You can buy it directly from Jawa if you are interested in the PC. But this more or less shows you guys how you can, and it shows payout. That's cool.
Yeah, so we actually see what are we gonna make, $728 plus if we happen to somehow ship it cheaper, like it's going to Kentucky. But realistically, we'll probably end up being able to pocket it about $728, which is pretty cool. I just noticed this tags.
Cozy.
Like it's kind of cozy. It's giving RGB.
It's got glass.
It's got glass.
No wood.
I feel like it's
price performance. Yeah, I think it's pretty price performance. It's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. They're compact.
It won't let us do it. Maybe it's a max. Oh, up to 3.
Okay.
So if you read, we're like, you know what? We'll do compact.
Yeah, instead of cozy.
Okay, so here's our Jawa protection. Oh, here's the policy. So this basically they get 48 hours. From delivery to
reach out about any problems. Yes. Yeah. Read the description, and since we're doing this, if you're going to run your own warranties, obviously go through the effort of setting all this up. But for us, we are going to back this by our PC business, PC Bros, that will handle any issue that will happen if you do get this PC with that 30-day warranty we're adding on to this. Listing was created.
Oh my gosh.
Here we go. It's loading up. I guess it's going to probably throw us on our listing. Let's see. And there we go.
Oh,
we probably should. I guess we probably should have titled it differently. Oh yeah, so gaming PC listing name, we missed that.
So let's just, we'll do it how we normally do. We'll call it like the
Ultra Baller Gamer 2000.
Gaming.
Just keep it simple,
I would say a lot of people in Jawa give them cool names. I don't know if we're that smart.
We're not that smart, given all the little emojis, the fire emojis and everything, you know. We're gonna update that. We'll update it.
All right, let's see what this looks like.
There we go.
So here's our title. We got our price. We got shipping. So we can mark it out as stock. Oh, look, they actually did this. They gave us the performance. Look, oh, we did get excellent value.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
So that's good. So like they do automatically take the specs you gave them and give like an FPS per dollar.
That built-in calculator
really cool.
Is actually insane.
Yes.
And I like too, our FPS per dollar is considered like almost top of the line.
Love that.
So
to be
sweet.
fair, based on what we paid for, we're selling it for cost. So, you know.
That does make,
that does help.
If we were trying to flip, we'd probably be selling this for 1,000, maybe a little more.
Yes.
So realistically, we're just giving someone a great deal. And that's kind of what we like to do here when we can.
So shout out again to Jawa for making this video possible. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the series of seeing not only a PC you can build strictly using Jawa parts, but how you can list your own PCs. The biggest thing with Jawa and marketplaces like this is the more people go on the website and actively sell stuff, the better the opportunities and the more competition for good price to performance. So consider listing stuff on Jawa, whether it's a PC or if you have just old hardware you want to get rid of for upgrades and stuff like that. Go to jawa.gg today and use our link down below to save some money if you want to buy something as well.
And as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you check out our other 2 YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros. Do not forget to go check out our Jawa listing. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Peace out. Now, if you guys can't get enough of the Toasty Bros, we have every single community you could ever want. We got a Discord community. We, of course, live stream on Twitch. We also have all of our other YouTube channels. We have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. We got them all, baby.
Use the links down below to see all the other social media content we have to offer if you can't get enough of the Toasty Bros. See you guys later. Goodbye.